Hi there, and thank you for joining me as we walk through the installation process for the free trial of the WindCalc 3 app. We're really excited that you've chosen to take part in this free trial, and we believe that it's going to save you a lot of time and reduce your risk of non-compliance. Before we get going though, we have 2 checks we need you to run. First, is your Excel running a version of 2010 or later? If you're not sure, open up an Excel worksheet. Go onto the File tab at the top there, down to Account, and over to About Excel. This top line here will tell you the version that you are running. For us, we're running version 16. Version 16 is a Microsoft 365 version that was released in September of 2015, so we are good to go. The question number 2 that we have is, do you have administration rights to install applications and software on your device? If you've answered no to either of the above, you'll need to resolve these before beginning the installation process. Otherwise, you are good to go. So let's get into it. To download the RetroGlaze WindCalc 3 app, you'll also require the RetroGlaze toolbox. So let's start by downloading that. We're going to click here on Download MSI and begin the download process. I would like to put these into my download folder. Click Save, and here we go. That is now nicely downloaded, and we are going to start the installation process by double-clicking on that download file. You may see a Windows security alert like this. This is just Windows alerting you that you are running an installation file. So click on More Info and Run Anyway. Okay, so my RetroGlaze RG Toolbox Setup Wizard has appeared on my screen. Before we make a start here, let me just say, please make sure you read any warnings that are shown on these boxes and make sure you understand and that you're comfortable with these. For the sake of this video though, we will not be walking through each of those warnings. We'll leave you to do that as you install it yourself. Okay, so the installer will guide you through the steps required to install the RetroGlaze RG Toolbox on your computer. All right, I'm happy with that. I'm going to click Next. The installer is ready to install the RetroGlaze RG Toolbox on your computer. Click Next to start the installation. Okay, following the instructions through as we go. Okay, so now it is starting to be installed. Now an alert is going to come up on your computer that is going to ask if it is okay for this app, which is from an unknown publisher, to make changes on your device. And if you click yes, now unfortunately I can't show that in this video, but I've clicked yes, and now the RetroGlaze RG Toolbox has been successfully installed, and I can click close to exit. Now we'll come back to that toolbox in a minute, but while we're on the screen, let's download the WindCalc app at the same time. So again, click on the Download MSI. I want that in my download folder, and save. Now, instead of clicking here, I'm going to show you the other way that you can find your downloads. If you open your File Explorer, you go to your download folder, and there it is. Double click on that. Again, we have our protection alert. Run on anyway. And again, follow through the instructions. So it's going to take me through the steps. Now on this app, there is a license agreement that you need to agree to if you wish to proceed. If you do not agree with this license agreement, then we will not be able to move forward with this download for you. So read through this license agreement, and when you're happy, click I agree and click on Next. The next box to show up will be the Select Installation folder. Ensure that the correct folder path is showing in this box here. And if happy with that, click on Next. Okay, so it is going to run the process again. Again, we're going to have that alert coming up asking if it's okay for it to make changes to the computer. There it is. I'm going to click yes. And we have successfully installed the WindCalc 3 app. So I'm going to close that. Okay, so now we need to go and just find where this path, where this toolbox has been filed. So we are going to go local disk, users. Now for me it's AngT because my name's Angela. So for you it would obviously be your username. So you click on your user folder app data, roaming, and then down to the RTRGZ retroglaze folder. And here are all your setup files ready for you to use. Now, what we'll get you to do at this point is copy this path, because you're going to need that in the next step. So just highlight that path and copy. Okay, so we are now going to step into Excel, and we are going to make this a trusted location in Excel. So again, we click on File. We go down to to Options this time. Oops. We click on Trust Center Settings, and then we go up here to Trusted Locations, and we want to add this new location. So we click on the Add New Location, and we put that new path that we've just copied in here. Oops, just don't do what I've done and put it in there twice. Okay, so there you go. We now have that path that we've just made with the toolbox installation, and we are putting that in as a new trusted location for our Excel files. All right, so we can close all of that, and we can close the Excel sheet. Okay, so we've now successfully downloaded and installed both the RG Toolbox and the WindCalc 3 app. So we are going to open up the RG Toolbox. Now, I'm already a registered user, so my experience here is going to be different to what you will see on your first open. When you do your first open, you will have a box that will pop up called a Software Access Registration. We require that this information be completed to ensure that we provide you with a great installation experience. First off, we need your name and your business email to actually register your device and provide the access to that software. And we need your company name and phone number, so that should there be any questions or any issues, we have the contact details to be able to get in touch with you and find out a resolution with you. So yeah, if you can fill that in, please, would be fantastic, and then click Submit. The next screen that will appear will say you've successfully registered. Please allow 2 business days for your access to be confirmed. You will have access during that 2-day period. Temporary access will be provided, and then once your access has been confirmed, your registration has been confirmed, we will fire you through an email just to let you know that all is go. So that covers that off. When you then open up after that 2 days, once it's been registered and you open your toolbox, you'll see all your personal details registered here. Now, before we move into the WindCalc app, I'll just quickly show you about how to do updates on this toolbox and WindCalc app. If you click on Settings and Support, you have here a button, Update this app. Now, it's always important to make sure you're running on the most recent version of software. So it's worth making sure that you regularly jump in here and check that you're on the most up-to-date version. So this will let you know that yes, this application is up to date, the current version installed is, and if it's not up to date, if there isn't a new install that is required, the download will be available there. Okay, so we're good to go. We're going to click on OK, and close, which will take us back to that main screen. Okay, so we're going to continue on into the toolbox now by clicking on the Continue button. And here is the WDSL Optimiser, otherwise known as the WindCalc 3 app. Again, you can do a regular check for updates here by clicking for updates, and it's letting me know that it's up to date. Okay, so we're good to go. We're going to click on the Start button here that will take us through to the WindCalc 3 application. You have an About box that will pop up just to explain the name, the version, and the retroglaze network details, who has provided the software. Click on OK, and you are good to go using your WindCalc 3 app. Free trial download. Now again, you have here your how to use PDF that is good to go. That will walk you through the whole WindCalc tool and enable you to be able to use it to the fullest. So there you go. That is the installation guide complete. Thank you for taking the time to view this video, and hopefully we'll talk to you one day soon.